I need to tell you about the best story at this entire World Cup, and it's not even close. There's a country playing right now with 525,000 people. That's it. That's the whole country. And 3 weeks ago, they walked onto the same field as Spain, the European champions, and didn't lose. Let me actually put that number in perspective, because I don't think it lands until you hear it right. Cape Verde is the smallest country by land area to ever qualify for a World Cup. Population, just under 525,000. That's smaller than Tulsa, smaller than Wichita. It's 10 small islands sitting out in the middle of the Atlantic off the coast of Africa, and most people couldn't point to it on a map if you asked them. And get this, more Cape Verdeans live outside the country than inside it, up to 2 million of them, scattered across the Netherlands, Portugal, Senegal, the US. So the actual nation is tiny, but the people who call themselves Cape Verdean, that's a much bigger number, spread across the entire planet. So here's what happened. June 15th, their literal first World Cup match ever. And who did they get drawn against? Spain, reigning European champions. This should not have been competitive. Like, on paper, this is a massacre waiting to happen. Spain took 27 shots, and not one of them went in. Their goalkeeper, 40 years old, guy named Vozinha, made save after save in that first half, denying some of the best finishers in the world. Final score, 0-0. Spain's own people called it one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history. And technically, Cape Verde didn't even win. It was a draw. But for a country that small against a team that good, that draw is basically a trophy. Now, you'd think, okay, that's their moment. That's the story. Peak achieved. Nope. Next game, Uruguay. Kevin Pina puts them ahead with a free kick. Cape Verde leading at a World Cup. Uruguay claws back to 2-1 before half, but then Cape Verde equalizes again, 2-2, and it stays that way. 2 games, 2 draws against Spain and Uruguay. A country of 500,000 people is unbeaten at the World Cup right now. And I think the reason this story is actually getting to people, it's not just the scoreline. These islands were colonized by Portugal for over 500 years. Colonization that included being used as a hub for the slave trade. This isn't a country with some long, glamorous football history. They didn't even become independent until 1975. One Cape Verdean guy living in Maine, watching the game on his phone hooked up to his truck radio at work, said this win wasn't just for the team, it was for the kids playing barefoot on the sand and the mothers getting up before sunrise to sell fruit at the market. That's what this team means to people. Friday, 8 p.m. Houston, Cape Verde plays their final group match against Saudi Arabia. If they get a result, they could actually make the knockout stage in their first World Cup ever. A country smaller than most American cities in the knockout rounds of a World Cup. We might actually see that happen this weekend. I don't even care who you're normally rooting for at this World Cup. After hearing this, you're rooting for Cape Verde too. Drop a CV below if I'm right. I'll be back the second that final whistle blows tomorrow with the result. See you then.